Dragonslayers Rescue Mission, Squad Sparkle on the Move. Search Day 10.
And I'm telling you that I can't. With the Griffin's invasion, I can't spare 30 Pegasi.
Galeheart argued with Shining Armor, who was unfazed by her outburst. Sorry, did I sound like I was making a polite request? Squad Sparkle will need several Pegasi to prevent eventual Griffin attackers from placing explosive on the Slayers. As a general and Prince of Equestria, I order you to provide 30 Pegasi for that task. End of discussion, he answered coolly. Shining Armor saw that her muscles tensed at his words and that he was trying to think of a way to deny him what he asked for, despite his words. Finally, she sighed, hung her head, and agreed. He knew that Galeheart was a good pony and that she was right, but he could not afford to lose any more time. Blueblood had informed him this morning that the research facility under Ponyville reported an unauthorized access. This was bad news indeed, and Squad Sparkle would have to investigate as soon as possible. The tech down there was dangerous, and the security measures were very strict in accordance with that. As Galeheart went off to meet his demands, Shining Armor wondered how the intruders had gotten in there in the first place. For the entrance to reveal itself, an Alicorn had to will it into existence with their magic. And even if they somehow bypassed the need for Alicorn magic, there still were other security measures. The White Stallion sighed as he thought about his fellow squad mates. They were in no shape for this, but he couldn't do this alone either.
Shining Armor?
Some pony called his name, and he turned to see who it was. It wasn't the first time he saw this mare, since he had shared a Slayer with her for the last few days. Rainbow Dash had changed dramatically since Fluttershy had insisted to do anything she and her medical staff could do to help her. They had replaced her missing limbs with cybernetic prosthetics, and put some kind of implant in her brain. He didn't understand what that implant was supposed to do, but it had restored some of her cognitive abilities. She was far from the self-confident mare that had attended his wedding, but at least she could express herself again. "What's up, Rainbow? Anything the matter?" he asked, holding back his laughter. The man in front of him could crush his head with one of her metal hooves, yet she acted as shy as a little filly on her first day of school. Hesitantly, she opened her muzzle and pointed at it with her last remaining leg. This time he was unable to suppress a chuckle. Some things, he thought, never changed. Okay, and now for my question for you. What do you first think about Shining Armor's demands towards Galeheart? Taking 30 Pegasi with Squad Sparkle will certainly be an advantage, but is he in the right here? Or are his demands unreasonable? And secondly, what do you think about Rainbow Dash? She now has 3 artificial legs and some kind of implant in her head that no pony seems to know what it really does, or at least Shining Armor doesn't really understand it. It does restore some of her cognitive functions, but she is still not herself again. Sincerely yours, Visual Pony.